all you beautiful souls. Welcome to another weekly oracle card message for the signs. So we're going to go through the Mystical Shaman Oracle Deck this week, which is a favorite among card readers. And it was illustrated by Gina Della Grattigilla, Alberto Villarado, Colette Baron-Reed, Marcela Lobos, I do believe, are the authors of the Mystical Shaman Oracle Deck. So, yeah, I'm not affiliated with them in any way, but I do enjoy them and I do highly recommend them. So, there you go. This is going to be a general reading. So, generally, this reading will apply to you and it will apply to everyone generally. So, that is how this is going to be. If you'd like a more personalized reading, of course, you can check out my website, themystichillbillie.com, and get yourself a more personalized reading with me. But other than that, we are going to pull one card from the Mystical Shaman Oracle card deck, and we are going to pull one card for each and every zodiac sign. Now, we do embody the whole entire zodiac, so I do encourage you to stick around and to watch every single sign and maybe make a comment and let us know what you think about the readings and how it's applying to you. If you do know your rising sign, you can apply it to that house. So there you guys go. If you do find yourself arguing with any part or finding yourself getting triggered or really upset about any of these messages, then that just is a sign that it is not for you. And I do ask that you just leave it for the person that it is for and move on. So there you guys go. I think that we fully introduced this thing. I think it's time to get started. And the time of the release of this video, we are in Aquarius season. So we are going to start with Aquarius. Let's get it started in here. All right, Aquarius. Aquarius, you have number 50, the spiral. So Aquarius, what I'm seeing with this is I've been feeling this with you lately too, Aquarius. There is this going into the depths, going into the darkness kind of feeling. And at this point, I just want to say, if you still find yourself moving into the depths of darkness, I would say, don't fight it anymore. Go there. Like, I feel like as you move into the spiral of the depths of this darkness, you will be rebirthed. So as you move further into the darkness and embrace the darkness, I want to give you a glimmer of a hope of the possibility of a rebirth. And I know that you know what I'm talking about, Aquarius. You've rebirthed in peculiar ways in the past, so you know the possibility of this rebirth, re-emerging from the darkness that is. Okay? So Aquarius, there is this shamanic exercise that I am being called to ask you to undertake if you feel the call to. So I'm going to describe that to you here. Go out in Mother Nature and find a spot, a clearing, where you can take some twigs and stones and make a spiral path for yourself that ends in the center, and make sure that you make it big enough that you can walk around the spiral 3 times before reaching the center. And what I want you to do is I want you to set out this path for yourself, just using twigs and stones. It could be like out in the middle of a dirt road somewhere, if those even exist anymore. But, just out in the middle somewhere, nobody's really around. You're just out with nature. And make yourself this spiral path that you can walk with twigs and stones, and make it big enough that you can walk around it 3 times before you reach that center. And when you get to the center, I want you to sit down and connect to the earth and take these feelings of depth, depression, despair, and share them with Mother Earth. Feel them for yourself for what they are, and then tell them to Mother Earth about what they are, and then she will ask you to open up and let her to take these feelings of depth and despair and give it to Mother Earth. Release these feelings to Mother Earth in the middle of your Earth spiral, and know that she wants to help you transmute and transform these. So she is going to give them back to you, but with inspiration for your rebirth transformation. And now take those and be inspired to transform them and be reborn into the new you that you know that you're meant to be. And then as you transform those feelings, you can give them back to Mother Earth and let her feel the transformed feelings and the inspiration that she gave you to transform them, but then bring them back up to you once again. And you're sharing this journey with Mother Earth, and come back and stand back up in your spiral, and then walk out reborn, transformed with the new you. So if you feel called, please go through that process, Aquarius. If not, then, maybe just rewind this and go through it in your mind. That could be enough for you, Aquarius, right now. But I feel like you're being called into the depths for a rebirth. So, and protect your thoughts in this process. Don't let in bad thoughts. Let your thoughts be a helpful guide as you go into the depths for your rebirth transformation. All right, Aquarius, you got this. You got this. I believe in you, and I can't wait to see the transformations that are to come. And this is only the beginning, Aquarius. But you got this. Here we go. All right, Aquarius, I hope that this message helps. As always, take what resonates, leave the rest, and be in grace. All right, Pisces. Pisces, you have the Council. Pisces, I feel like you need to go into meditation this week. You need to find time for quiet contemplation and to open yourself up to receiving the messages that are meant for you. Open yourself up to receiving higher light messages that have been trying to get to you. And they're not going to come through an external source, is what I'm hearing. It's going to come through your heart source. But you need to find time for quiet contemplation to be able to hear the messages for you. I almost feel like it's an assignment, but I'm hearing no, it's not an assignment. This isn't a mission. This is, I don't know what words to use. This is a necessary transmission for the steps to move forward properly. And I'm hearing properly is not right. It's the steps to move forward. It's necessary transmission for the steps to move forward. Pisces, if you're following this, okay. But Pisces, I feel like this is a week to be true to yourself. Be true to yourself. Love yourself as you go through the week. As you encounter others and as you do your daily duties and everything that you got to do and get done. Love yourself and be true to yourself. Don't do things for the sake of others this week. Do it for yourself. If yourself doesn't want to do it, then you have to say no this week. And you do need to make time for meditation, for reflection, and for prayer, really. And whenever I say prayer, what I'm talking about is time to connect and talk to the highest divine source within you that is of all of us. You need to make time to talk to the highest divine and to really reflect on what you feel through that conversation with the divine source within you. So Pisces, I feel like there's like a lot of, it's a very ethereal, I mean, it's very Piscean energies I'm feeling here, but there's a need to ground into reality that which spirit is showing you is possible. So, and I feel like it will naturally happen just as long as you are true to yourself and you move forward in your authenticity, being authentic. Trust in yourself, trust in the messages that you are receiving. Right now, don't look for confirmation, but trust that confirmation will come. And also, I don't feel like the messages that you're receiving this week are meant to be shared now. They're meant to be processed now. So you're processing, you know? So take your time. Be very gentle and loving with yourself. You need extra self-love this week, and you can only get that from yourself. So let yourself be the source of your extra self-love this week. All right, Pisces, I feel like your message was just all over this week, but I feel like it was messages meant for a variety of Pisces. So I do encourage you this week, take what resonates, leave the rest, and be in grace. All right, Aries, you have number 28, Jaguar. So Aries, I feel like you're holding on to something that needs to be released. And I really feel like for a lot of you, you need to release the resentment. It's not serving you. It's not going to serve you. You will not be able to go where you want to go holding on to this resentment. For a few other Aries, it's something else. You got to release it, and you're holding on to it out of fear. That's how you'll know what it is. It's something you're holding on to out of fear. Because you got to be courageous. And you're like, I am courageous. Of course you are. Of course you're courageous. You're way more courageous than all the rest of us. But just because you blind yourself to this doesn't mean, you're blinding yourself to this, but that doesn't mean that you're not cowardly to not face it. Like you blind yourself to, if it is resentment, then you think that you have to hold on to that resentment, and you blind yourself that holding on to it is what's keeping you from the path that you want to live. And you don't realize that you've got to be brave enough to let go. So just because you give yourself 1,000 reasons to hold on to that resentment doesn't mean you have to be courageous to let go of it. And it doesn't mean that you're not courageous. You're courageous in all the other areas. Yeah, just fine. You have a lot of courage. So why are you not using it here? Why are you using excuses instead? It's fear that's in the way. It's fear that's in the way. So courage is the answer. And I know you have that courage. Don't use that as an excuse. Use it as your reason. You know? Instead of using, I am courageous. I don't have to be courageous here as your excuse to not be courageous. I am courageous. So I can overcome this fear, and I'll get over it, and I'll release that resentment and move forward anyway. See? It's a little bit different, but similar. Using that same strength, but this time to move where you want to go. And the only reason why I want to say is because it's where you want to go. Where you want to go cannot be gotten there with the resentment. And I don't care how justified it is. You know, it could be resentment about, I don't even want to bring politics into it, but it could be resentment about who won the presidency, you know? You're really going to let that keep you from going where you want to go. You're the one that will keep it from going where you want to go. So let go of that and get on the path of where you want to go. So you got this, Aries. I believe in you. It's time to release what no longer serves so that you can go where you want to go. So you can be what you want to be. And trust and feel your commitments that you make as you move towards a more fulfilling life by releasing what no longer serves. And then you're going to have to love and protect that new fulfilling life, because just because you move towards it doesn't mean it's solid ground immediately. Moving towards it means you're now moving towards it, and it needs to be nurtured. So be willing to nurture that path even though you had to let go of resentment to get on it. You got this, Aries. You have all the strength within you to be able to do everything that you need to do to move forward. The only thing in your way will be you and your excuses, which could be reasons. The choice is yours. All right, Aries, that's the message I have for you this week. I hope that it helps. As always, take what resonates, leave the rest, and be in grace. All right, here we go, Taurus. Taurus, number 36, middle world. So, Taurus, I feel like the first thing I want to say is be the creator of your world. Working with the elements that you have and creating the world that you want to live in. And I just want to say you're doing it beautifully, because I feel like this isn't, you've been doing it. And now you get to begin to walk in and enjoy the world that you've created. And I feel like for some reason, Taurus, like you've done so much, you have so much, you've so far to go, you believe so highly in yourself and your abilities, and there's this need to open up, like, everything that I said. Okay. There's this need to open up to higher beliefs, believing in higher possibilities, believing in, it's time to believe more about what you can do. Believe in your abilities. Believe in your actions. Believe in what's possible with your abilities. Believe in what's possible with your actions. Be based on what you've already done. Like, look at everything that you've accomplished and be like, wow, I can accomplish so much more. I don't know. I feel like for some Tauruses that message is needed. For others, it's more of a enjoy what you've accomplished and believe in your ability to accomplish more. And I feel like there's also this message of balance. Like, it's a message of congratulations for the balance and the harmony that you have received in yourself. Your reality will now reflect the balance that you are now receiving. Open up to your belief that you deserve the new reality that you have allowed for yourself. Balance the belief within you. You have balanced the belief within you. So there's like this congratulations and an enjoy and a celebratory, and there's a call to go out and play. Go out and play. Enjoy yourself just a little bit. But come back and keep that balance. Don't get imbalanced by doing too much play, too much celebration, because that'll throw the balance off. So that's where that call is for balance. Remember, balance is what helped brought you here. So balance will be what keeps it. All right, Taurus, that's your message this week. I hope that you enjoyed it. I hope that it helps. And as always, take what resonates, leave the rest, and be in grace. All right, Gemini. So, Gemini, you've got magic. I feel like lots of magical things are happening. You got master number 33. And I feel like this has been like a theme for you, Gemini. I feel like, Gemini, this is your season. And I feel like it's time to believe in magic. I hear that song, do you believe in magic? Because you should, Gemini, because it is time for you to believe in your magic, believe in the magic of believing in yourself, and open up to living a more magical reality. It's time to open up to living in the magical reality that you find yourself living in. And it's time to enjoy yourself just a little bit. So I feel a call for play this week. So find a way to get out and play and enjoy yourself and enjoy the magic that life has to offer you. And really look for magic every single day, just in the daily mundane. Look for magic and try to find ways to enjoy the magic of life. And I don't know, Gemini, I really love this energy and I'm really happy for you guys. And take time to care for yourself and to love yourself. And I don't know, definitely take time for play and enjoying life and enjoy the magic that is coming to you and know that you deserve it because of the magic that you've put into the world. You now deserve the magic that's coming back to you. So that's the message I have for you this week, Gemini. I hope that it helps. As always, take what resonates, leave the rest, and be in grace. All right, Cancer. So Cancer, there's this feeling of being stuck between two opposing forces. For some of you, I feel like there's a fight happening and you are somehow in the middle of it, whether you like it or not. For others, I feel like this is like a masculine, feminine type battle, and you're one of them. You're either the masculine or the feminine. But it's like there's this feeling of being stuck between the rock and the hard place, but you're neither the rock nor the hard place. And there's a need, you're stuck between action and non-action. But there's a silver lining to where you are. It seems like the worst place, but there is a silver lining to being in the middle of the battle. And the silver lining is the mirror that is provided from the silver. And you can see clearly where the root fracture is. If you take advantage of your spot, you can see clearly of what's keeping the rock in the hard place from being able to go their own ways, if that makes sense. You can see where the pivot could be made to be able to fix that and to move both the rock and the hard place. You can see where solutions can be found. Now, just because you're in that position, you can see it, doesn't mean that the rock and the hard place are going to believe you. And it doesn't mean that the rock isn't going to fight you whenever you try to nudge it in the way that you know will help solve it. So don't rush to solutions that you find in this spot. And for those, the same thing applies for those that is doing the masculine feminine battle, and you find yourself as one of them. I feel like you're in a position where you can see the solution, but they can't. So you can't rush towards doing the solution, because they will see that as you trying to hurt them more, and they will lash out and destroy the ability to get the solution, and you will be outside of your space to be able to find the solution again. Does that make sense? So just because you see it doesn't mean that you're going to be able to act on it right away. Be wise first by using your position and where you are with this to your advantage in finding solutions. And then second, be wise in how you implement the solution. Understand that yes, you see the solution, but the rock is where it is, and the hard place is where it is. And they don't want to move, and they're convinced that any nudges is only making them do what they don't want to do. So be wise and try to, instead of being like, oh, all you need to do is nudge here, and then boom, see, you both got what you want. They would then turn on you and be like, you made me do what I didn't want to do. And it's like, no, I literally gave you what you wanted. But anyway, instead, convince the rock that it wants to nudge. Convince the hard place that it wants to nudge. You know? And let them nudge. And then you're seen more as the hero. So I hope that you understand this message, Cancer, and I feel like you do. Love yourself through the process. You've got this. And be loving to how, in the ways that you speak to you through this process. Like, let them talk ish about you if they want. They're misunderstanding you. But don't you dare absorb that ish talk and talk it to yourself. Because you don't deserve it. You know you don't deserve it. So speak lovingly to yourself through this process. You know you want solutions, and you know that you want harmony. Just because they misunderstand you doesn't mean you should talk bad to yourself. Okay? I love you, Cancer. You got this. All right. As always, take what resonates, leave the rest, and be in grace. Here we go, Leo. Leo, you got the fire element. Things are on fire, huh? What I'm hearing is heart on fire. So act with your heart. Act with that love and passion. You can't hold it in. I don't see a point of holding it in right now. Move forward with your love and your passion, but make sure that you're moving forward with love and not hated passion. If this fire is being fueled by hate, there's an opposite energy to that. I encourage you, Leo, to look to the love in it, and to move forward with that loving passion and not with the hateful passion. Because I do feel like I could give very bad advice here and have Leos moving forward in ways that get themselves and others burned. And that's not what we want here. We do want to embrace that loving passion and to use it to fuel mankind. First yourself, Leo, but just you fueling yourself and loving yourself and moving forward with loving devotion helps mankind. So definitely, I feel like hearts are on fire this week. Hearts are on fire, but at the same time, there's a need to see how there's a bubble around the fire. So there's a need to protect the fire and make sure that the fire burns away what is no longer serving, and it doesn't burn away everything. Leo, I'm hearing for some, everything that was burned away was meant to fall. And it can be built, renewed, but build it with that loving passion. So there's a call to love and nurture the new from the old that was burned away. And there's also a call to move forward with that loving heart, passion, energy. Let yourself move forward with that heart-loving energy and love and protect what is being created and being transformed out of the old. There's an old that needed to go, and the new coming through needs love and nurturing. As you continue to move forward with that heart passion and the love in your soul, as you take care of yourself and cultivate that inner loving heart passion, love, action, mankind is able to rise. And it's a beautiful thing. So release the old, let the old be transformed, transmuted, and look towards the future with a loving heart. What can you do? What can you do? What is your heart spark here to set ablaze to? Take that if it resonates. All right, Leo, take the whole thing, take everything that resonates, and leave the rest. I thank you so much for joining me today. As always, be in grace. All right, Virgo, you have number 31, the lower world. So, Virgo, I feel like there's some things that you have avoided and you thought that it was okay to avoid, but the lessons were lessons that you needed to learn, and they keep coming back. It keeps coming back stronger and stronger. So if there's something from the past that you want to deny, but it keeps coming back, Virgo, there's a lesson there for you. Once you learn that lesson, it'll stop coming back. And it's disrupting your life. The disruptions will stop once you learn the lessons. So there's a need to reflect on the past. There's a need to reflect on a pattern that keeps repeating from your past and keeps showing up, and figure out what possible lesson your soul wants to learn from these experiences. So there's something that keeps coming up, and it's like you just want to avoid it. You want to deny it. You want to be like, if it comes up, you want to be, what are you doing here again? Like, I completely ignored you last time. What are you doing here again? I'm sorry, Virgo. It's kind of funny to me. It's like, I'm here because you completely ignored me last time. Yeah, didn't really work. So there's a past disruption that continues to come back, and it's coming back more forceful. There's a need to learn a lesson through it, to face it, to go through it, to not avoid it. For some of you, you've got to speak up. You've got to speak up for yourself. You've got to say, you keep doing this, no more. No, that's not all of you. There's just some of you. But yeah, there's a disruption. It keeps coming back from the past. It's coming back because you need to learn the lesson, and you're not learning it. You keep avoiding it. You keep denying that. And the only way that you're going to see the lesson that needs to be learned is if you reflect on all the other past instances that this keeps happening and where it's getting more intense for you, and look at what you keep doing. That's not what you need to be doing, and look at what you can do differently. And the lesson will become more and more obvious to you, Virgo. You guys see the patterns. You know this. You're denying it. You're just hiding it. But don't feel bad. Apparently that's kind of a theme this week. I don't know. But yeah. So look at why it's coming back. Look at all the other times. And look at the lesson. Once the lesson is learned, you will move on. And you'll feel so much better about it. So believe in yourself, because I believe in you, Virgo. You got this. As always, take what resonates, leave the rest, and be in grace. All right, Libra. Libra, you got water. So first, wow, a lot of messages. First, I was going to say, you got water, so you need to be in the flow. But then I felt like, no, first I need to say, stay hydrated. There's a message to stay hydrated this week. So I ended up saying them both first. So whatever. And another thing is I'm feeling this need to maybe protect yourself and be in your own little bubble this week and just open your heart to loving who you are. Like there's a need to really embrace your relationship with yourself, Libra. How do you show up for you? How do you love you? And be with you. Like take yourself on a date this week or something, you know? Like just take care of you this week. Allow yourself to feel good. Be the source of you feeling good this week instead of it always being the relationship that you need or the partnership that you're in and everything like that. Be your own partner this week. Really nurture your relationship with yourself this week. Take care of yourself and be with you and find ways to enjoy being in your body this week. And allow the flow to go and allow yourself to go with the flow. And there's a lot of flowing that's going on this week, but at the same time, love and nurture yourself through the flow. How can you enjoy yourself as you flow through the week? Open up to ways to love yourself more. Believe in your abilities. And I feel like this is going to open your intuitive psychic senses like no other, Libra. So if you feel like you're sensing even more than before after loving yourself more and giving yourself the time and the space to go with the flow and love yourself more, you probably are. There's like this psychic upgrade that is going to come from taking care of yourself, loving yourself, and going with the flow of life this week. And I feel like the more you are embodied and with yourself, the more aware you'll be of your extrasensory psychic abilities this week. So allow that. Don't push it, but allow it. All right, Libra, that's the message I have for you this week. I do hope that it helps. As always, take what resonates, leave the rest, and be in grace. All right, Scorpio. Scorpio, you got number 1, the Ancient Ones. So first of all, Scorpio, I feel like there is a message from your ancestors. I'm feeling like light a candle to your ancestors and be willing to receive the messages. I feel like there might be some messages that you don't like, so you can receive them and hear them, but then be like, yeah, whatever, that's you. Just do you, Scorpio. And I feel like there's a need to love and trust yourself. So if you don't like the message, receive the message, but be like, I don't like it, and release it and love and trust yourself and how you feel. Because just because they're sending you a message doesn't mean you have to totally go with it. But I do feel like be open to receiving it, because there might be something in there that does help you along your path. But at the same time, Scorpio, I feel like there's a block. There's a block going on, Scorpio. You're not able to be your true self because of unforgiveness. And I feel like for some, this is unforgiveness of a past ancestor. You're holding on to resentment from someone that is past, like this is a past grandfather, or past mother, or past father. You can forgive them, and it's not for them, it's for you. You're the one being held back by the unforgiveness. For others, I feel like that really is the minority. The majority of the Scorpios we're watching, you're saying, I don't have any unforgiveness. What are you talking about? It's yourself. There's something, it's yourself. You're not forgiving yourself. You're holding on to self-resentment. So For a lot of you Scorpios, I feel like there's a need to forgive yourself in order to be on the path that you want to be on. You don't necessarily have to. Like for some of you, it's like, I'm not forgiving myself. I'm like, oh, well, Scorpio, I know you're going to hear me whenever I say this. You're not looking deep enough on purpose. You're blind to this spot. So you've got to go into your blind spot and look deeper. And releasing it is going to help you on your journey. So there's a need for forgiveness, self-forgiveness, and I feel like for some of this self-forgiveness, it's ancestral self-forgiveness. Forgive where your ancestors have come from. Because it's not serving you. It's not serving you, and you're not going to be able to go where you want to go. Like, either say, I don't want to go there, or forgive yourself and forgive your ancestors. But there's a need for self-love, self-compassion, and to look at the past in a different way. See it for the service that it was to you, instead of the disservice that you believe that it is. That's for someone. I don't think all of you resonated with that one. So leave it if it doesn't resonate. Please, don't force anything here. But yeah, there's a need to love yourself, to forgive yourself, and to embrace the past. All right, Scorpio, that's the message I have for you this week. I do hope that it helps. As always, take what resonates, leave the rest, and be in grace. All right, here we go, Sagittarius. You got number 12, the Coyote. So, Sag, I feel like for some of you, you need to watch out. You have a betrayer among you. There is one who would steal from you, who would betray you behind your back. In your face, they're going to be all, whatever. But behind your back, they do not have your back. So watch out for some of you Sages. And there's this need to pay attention to detours. So when I feel like there's a need to pay attention to detours, I feel like your path is going to kind of get rough here, Sag. And I feel like you've been pushing through, you've been working so hard, and you're feeling like it's not paying off. And it's because it's not meant to pay off yet. It's not meant to. And I think you know that in your heart of hearts. So you got to keep moving forward. And I feel like there's going to be detours on the path. There's going to be mishaps. There's going to be, it's just not working out how you thought that it would. And that doesn't mean to quit. It means go around. Detour doesn't mean quit going to your destination. It doesn't mean, oh, go home. You can't go to your destination. It means you got to turn left here. You got to turn right here. You got to turn right here and back on your path, So it means you got to go a different way. So look for that different way. And look for the lesson that this detour is teaching you, because there's a need to pay attention to the detour. Like, really pay attention. Like, you went left and then right and then right and right. But look, there was like a water park. Did you know that there was a water park in that part of town? I didn't know that. That's pretty cool. Maybe we'll go there on our off day. You know what I mean? So pay attention to the detour. There's something in the detour that you're meant to have, which is why it happened. It didn't happen to tell you to stop, that you're not doing it, that you're not enough, that it's never going to pay off. All that stuff is wrong. The detour is just there because it's time for the detour. And lo and behold, the detour brings you some magic if you pay attention to the detour instead of paying attention to, oh, woe is me, nothing's working out. You look at another detour, must be a sign that I'm not supposed to do. No. That would be the whole wrong attitude, Sag. The right attitude with this is, I keep going, I keep moving forward. It's not supposed to pay off just yet. I know that it will eventually. Oh my gosh, there's a detour. Let's see where this takes me. adventurous spirit, Sagittarius, and seeing, oh my gosh, look at this. That's the magic of life, you know? Didn't know you needed a detour. Thought the detour would be bad. Detour turns out to be for the highest good. Everybody's happy. But it's all up to you, Sag, and what you do with it and the truth. It all comes down to you in the end. So love and believe in yourself and pay attention to the detours. Don't complain about them. Keep moving forward. You got this. You're doing a wonderful job. You know it's not meant to pay off yet, but it will. You got this, Sag. I love you guys so much. I hope that you're enjoying this. I hope that you enjoyed this message. I hope that this message helps. As always, take what resonates, leave the rest, and be in grace. Capricorn. Capricorn, you got number 3, the arrow. Capricorn, what you're doing is not going to work. Forcing the situation will only make it worse. The path that you're on is not where you're meant to be. It's time to change course. The arrow was not meant to land where you thought that it was meant to land, but trust that it will land true as long as you don't force it to land where you think it should. Capricorn, it's not an easy message for me to deliver. You need to change course. There's something that needs to change course. You are not on the path of your highest good. And if you look, you will know that that is true. If you keep moving forward, you're about to shoot yourself in the foot. When you shoot yourself in the foot, you will not get where you want to go. And you know that this is true. Forcing the path that you're on will not lead you where you want to go. It's time to reevaluate, reassess. Where you thought the path that you think that you have to take is not the path that is meant for you. The path that is meant for you is something better. Believe that changing the path can lead to somewhere better. It's time to regroup, rethink, ask yourself if where you are going is worth the energy that you have to put in. What would make the energy worth it? There's a better path that would make the energy worth it, and it's for your highest good. Continuing on this path will only shoot yourself in the foot. Consider the wisdom in not getting what you want, but getting something better. Once you make peace with the voices that tell you that you're not enough, that you're not worthy, that you'll never have enough, then you will see clearly the path that will lead you true. So take time to regroup, rethink, don't force. If you find yourself needing to force a path, you know for sure you're on the wrong path. You are about to shoot yourself in the foot. I plead with you, Capricorn, turn around, stop, don't do it, don't force it. It'll make it so much worse. If you turn around before you shoot yourself in the foot, you regroup, you rethink, you reassess. You think, am I doing this because I feel that I have to because I don't have enough? Am I doing this because I feel not enough? How can I feel like I'm enough? How can I know that I'm enough? And where is the path where I move forward knowing I'm enough? Then you will find a path to an even better future than you thought you were going to get by forcing it. I hope this message resonates. I hope this message helps those that it's meant to help. I pray that all of them receive it with love and grace. I thank you all so much for joining me. As always, take what resonates, leave the rest, and be in grace. All right, beloved, wonderful, awesome souls, all the best of the humans that make it to the end of the video. You guys are so wonderful. That is our messages for this week from the Mystical Shaman Oracle book. I want to say guidebook because that's what it says, deck. I do hope that I was able to help everyone on with these messages, and I do thank you so much for joining me for the whole thing. If you did enjoy this, you should check out themystichillbilly.com for a more personalized reading. And also check out the links in the description, because I have my Facebook and my Instagram down there, and I'm constantly giving out free readings, codes for discounts, and all kinds of goodies and stuff. And plus my collaborator, Goddess Provisions, with all the provisions your inner goddess could need, whether you're a male or a female. You should check out Goddess Provisions down below and use my code Mystic Hillbilly. That's MISTICHILLBILLIE, Mystic Hillbilly with an IE, not a Y, and you will get 10% on all orders $25 or more at checkout from goddessprovisions.com. So check them out. They're so awesome. And I thank you all so much for joining me. I thank you for being here. I do hope that you all enjoyed the messages and found something that resonated and helped you along your path. I am so grateful to be a part and to play my part. And that's all she got for you this week. I'll see you guys next week. And as always, be bestowed with the highest divine love.